right, hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. Hope you're doing well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, let's do a reading for you. At noon on Friday, if you're watching this afternoon on Friday, you can go back and check out the live reading I did. We're talking about something called the Great Conjunction, which is happening December 21st of this year. If you thought 2020 had been crazy up until now, I'm honestly believing you ain't seen nothing yet. So you might want to go check out that live. We're going to talk about what that is, the Great Conjunction. Jupiter and Saturn aligning in Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, dawning at the end of this year on the freaking solstice. Okay, so it's gonna be super powerful. I just wanted to give a look forward to what's going to be happening at the end of the year. You can catch that on the live. So let's see where we go here. This is for you. That live reading is really a look at the final quarter, October, November, December of this year as it relates to that Great Conjunction and what's going to be leading up to it, the transits and things like that. We did some tarot readings and some talking. It was awesome. Okay, I'm projecting myself into that moment in time, right? Time really does fold in on itself, especially when you're like living like in my life where there's, you know, dates and times and stuff don't really mean anything. They don't really mean anything anymore to me. It's amazing. Okay. All right. So let's see where we go here. I just live by the sun and the moon. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, what's on deck for you? A little more information for you as to what's going on for you right now. All right. Timelines are fluid, babies. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, imagine. That is about the vortex. Clean it up. Correct. Clean it up. Okay, if you're still putting crap into your life, it's time to stop doing that. What I mean by that, if you're still accepting crap in your life, time to stop doing that. Okay, orphaned. Yeah. Okay, so there can be we're getting down to the nitty gritty of, there's some, you know, it's like when you're cleaning the house, there's certain jobs that are easier than others, right? There's certain things that are easier to do. And you might start with those jobs, and what I mean by this, my metaphor is about cleaning people out of your life, cleaning patterns out of your life. There's certain things that are easy to do. Well, I'm gonna eat healthier. I'm gonna exercise in the morning. And for some people that's easy. For some people it's not easy. We're getting down to the hard, tough jobs. The jobs that you're like, I don't want to have this conversation with this person. Okay. I don't want to be dealing with this kind of pattern, my abandonment and all of that. I just don't want to do it. So let's see where we go here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It is time for cleaning up. There's Libra. I'm going to take that. I see Libra here. And I see the High Priestess. And I see the Page of Wands. So this is stuff that you know. This is not... If you sat down for 2 seconds and thought to yourself, what really needs to go? You'd know. This is not a mystery. This is not like, oh, I don't know. Well, that person's really, it seems like they do a lot of unhealthy things and I don't really want to do those things. But you know what? I've known them since I was a kid, so it's perfectly fine. It's amazing how we give a lot more credibility to people we knew as children than we do to people that we meet as adults. I guess people are just better at hiding, but you know what? Not going to happen anymore. You are, especially you guys, empaths, teachers, healers, leaders, all y'all on this channel are better at the authenticity thing. You're better also. Empaths see right through people. So that was kind of the rationale for, well, when we were kids, people were more naturally themselves. That's true, but that's also where we're going, where you're going to see the real thing, the real deal. People will not be able to hide from you anymore. And so there won't be this wasting of years and years on people who don't deserve it, or who aren't as advanced as you. Okay, they're not bad human beings. Every human being has value, but where they are in their growth doesn't align with where you're going. You got me? Okay, 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Yep. Okay. Chariot, King of Wands, 4 of Wands. This is absolutely the addiction to the lousy karmic partners, narcissistically inclined people, toxic patterns in relationship, addictions of any kind, drama, that's an addiction. An addiction to being a victim, an addiction to, those are addictions because they hold you in a place that is beneath your desired, your soul's vibration, where you're going. It holds you because you believe something about that is valuable, or you believe that is your self-worth, or you believe that is all you are able to achieve. It's simply not true. Okay? It's not true. You're making that shit up. Being a victim, having drama in your life, there's always third parties around me. Why? What's the only thing you can change in that equation? Yourself. If you change that energy of you, if you change your vibration of you, what happens? Are you more afraid of like the unknown of what happens? Right? It's just comfortable. It's familiar. Time to come out of that sleep. Time to wake up from that sleep. Okay? And really think about what it could be. So you might go through a little bit of a I don't know, dark night of the soul. We'll see. 301. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. All right. A little bit of this, but this is a final ending. This is final. There's nothing after 10 of Swords. The Page of Swords is not after the 10 of Swords, right? Ace through the 10, the progression of that. And it's like this because you're not really looking at it very strongly. You're not looking at it in the light of day and being like, you know what? This is hurting me. This is not good for me. You may know that. You do know that. Okay, there's Libra here, and I see Pisces here again. And Cancer energy here. Yes. So you may know that in your heart of hearts, that you're out of balance, because Libra people, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, seek balance. They're not always balanced. It's not like the thing that they are. It's the thing that they seek, okay? And if you have Libra in your chart, well, you likely do because you're watching this, or if you're a cross-watcher, you're dealing with someone with Libra in their chart. It is about seeking balance. So this Pisces and 10 of Swords is something that you're like, bring it. Bring it. I'm done with this crap, okay? Because what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to, yes, short-term pain, long-term gain, okay? Putting down these burdens. And actually, there is something here, somebody, something, someone, something that is like kryptonite, okay? This person is the one that always gets you. And it could be a pattern. It's a person walking around in a meat suit that personifies a pattern. Okay, there's somebody who, damn those eyes, somebody who's very sexy, somebody who's, it's just like this attraction that you have. Maybe it's third party stuff. Maybe it's, you know, someone who's toxic, narcissistic, emotionally unavailable. Yes. Okay. And so instead of that, this is like the time to open your eyes and see and manifest the person who's healthy, the person who is in alignment, who has emotional availability for you, who wants to move forward. Okay. Can be a Cancerian, Aries, Leo, Sag. I see Pisces here. Okay. But it's not that you're turning your back and someone's stabbing you in the back. It's that you're turning your back on being stabbed in the back. You're done with this nonsense, okay? And the way that this happens is you look it right in the face. Well, maybe I drink a little too much. Maybe I smoke too much, or maybe I smoke and I know it's hurting me. Maybe I'm addicted to being a people pleaser. And I feel drained all the time and sore and my muscles just ache. Maybe I'm somebody who is always entertaining other people, always feels responsibility for other people. It's a lot on your shoulders there, okay? Maybe you're addicted to praise or recognition or having other people see you as amazing. And it's like you got to get filled up from the outside. Well, nope, fill up from yourself. You know, that's an addiction too, to be seen as like the amazing one and all of this kind of stuff. That's ego. 7 deadly sins, baby. I mean, you know, Shakespeare's like, there's 7 stories in the world and everything is a variation on a theme. He was absolutely 100% correct. 7 deadly sins. Yup. Those are the things that get us all the time. So what is your deadly sin? What is your thing that constantly, it's Lucy in the football, my friend. Lucy is never going to let Charlie Brown kick that football. Never. Never, because she gets too much pleasure out of it not happening. Okay? Too much pleasure. Woo! 5 of Swords, Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles. You're going to call whoever is doing whatever they're doing. It can be someone who is a family member, someone who you revere. Okay, for some of you, you're calling out somebody on their bullshit. Somebody who you believe is worthy of your respect. Somebody who has maybe made you feel all this time that you're less than. But in so doing, what you've done unconsciously is maybe put them up on a pedestal. Like, well, they ought to know. No, they don't know. They don't. They're manipulating you so they'll feel better. Okay, this is a toxic pattern that needs to go away. You're going to call it out. Ace of Swords. All right, so I am going to look at Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag. I'll look at Earth sign here. I feel like this is more like the energy of a person who is like in authority. That's part of this thing that we're going toward at the end of this year, going toward the great conjunction, because it's in an Earth sign right now in Capricorn, and it's moving into Aquarius. Okay, so we're in this heavy place. We're in this, you know, at the end of the conjunction, at the end of moving out of one sign and into another. Sometimes it's like a raggedy edge, okay? Sometimes you can see the negatives of the sign, right? The negative permutations of that. Like, it's going to be hard work to get this over the hump into Aquarius. You can feel that way. This might be heavy lifting for you. Clearly it is, okay? So I feel like you might be going towards someone who's so different. And you know, it's like your soul knows it's right there. It's right there. You put that in your vortex, a la Abraham Hicks. You put that in your vortex. You're ready to accept that gift. But there's one more thing. Just one more thing that has to happen. And it can be maybe the most difficult test of all. But that's an illusion, right? It's an illusion that it's a difficult test because of the Capricorn energy. What I just said to you, it's illusion that it's a heavy lift to get it over into Aquarius. You just think it is. You just think it is. All right, I'm going to keep going with this. I will look at the fire signs and I'll look at earth signs, but I do see Cancer and Pisces here. I'll look at that too. In the extended, if you'd like to continue on with me, the link is below. I will see you over there.